Well, good morning, folks. Welcome to another day of drawing and animating. Let's animate. Thank you, Father, for another beautiful day and for another opportunity to share with others. So, we are, looks like we're getting kind of quarter toward the end of this scene. And, yeah, okay. So, yeah, that's looking pretty good. Yeah. So, let's see. We have a scene that right now it's 34 frames. Let's see. We could add an in between in here. Let's see. So I think what I'll do is I'll make this is 4 frames. I'll make it two frames, and then I'll take the frame prior and add a frame after. All right. So let's see. I think what I'm going to do here is I think I'll grab. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. What is that? Oh, yeah. Maybe that's the frame I want to grab. That one, that one, that one. Yeah. Let's grab this frame. Yeah. Okay. We'll copy and then paste. So, yeah. So I think what we'll do here is we'll move that there. So it's in between. So we're coming up here, but I think we're going to have to move his arm. Let's see. If he's, let's see. Yeah, maybe like that. All right. Now, let's see. On the arm, let's see. I think I can grab this and kind of pivot it. So let's move the pivot point here in the middle where his shoulder is, and we'll pivot the arm up. Yeah, like that. Okay. And then here, let's see. So I will erase what we got here and put some new information. So let's see, maybe, let's see here. Let's make that action here with the paintbrush. Yeah. All right. Now let's see. I think on the eyes, I think I might also shift the attention so as to keep it out here looking that way. Yeah. Okay. All right. And then let's see. Let me just roll this and see. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay. So let's see here. I think maybe do that. All right. So on the letter, we can grab all of this stuff. Copy. Paste. Okay. Finish that off. All right. Roll that. All right. All right. I think probably. Yeah, we could maybe use an in between in there. So let's see. Let's add after a blank there. And yeah, okay. Let's do a similar thing here. I think. Let's see. We want to go from here to here. Yeah, there to there. Well, let's see. Well, I can grab all of this, and we'll go copy, paste. Now, if you're not seeing when I copy paste, there's usually when you get ready to copy paste, you know you're going to a specific frame. Usually the program will show you what that blank frame looks like. The next time I do it, I think I'll try to see if I can make sure you're seeing what I'm doing, because I might have done something and you might have missed it. Let's see. Okay. Now, this arm, let's pivot this arm up a little bit. There's that pivot point. Remember that. You got to move that whenever you want to pivot or, tilt something. Yeah. Remember that there's a pivot point on the select tool. You need to be aware of that. All right, let's see. Let's erase the end tips of that brush so that we can, in between what the tips of the brush would be doing. Just kind of coming around like this. Right. Here we go. Okay. And yeah. There we go. All right. Let's see. Copy. So see, I'm copying the letter here, and then the next frame is where the in-between was good. You'll know that it's the proper frame because when you touch on it, if it's missing the thing you're going to move, then you know you're in the right place. Then you hit paste. Now it's going to drop it in there. Then usually if you haven't completed that image, you have to, complete it by hand. All right, so let's see. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. Zoom, 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 zoom. I'd say, okay, so, yeah. All right, so you get up to here. Well, you could, dink, dink, dink. All right, so this last frame is being held 8 frames, but we know we're not going to hold it 8 frames. Let's take it down to 2. Okay. And so from there to there. Okay. So we'll add after again. And we'll grab the previous frame. Now, see, if you look up here at the top, you see where I'm waving the stylus. That's the frame. That's the empty frame. That's the empty in between. See, so you've got a drawing here. You got a drawing here. You don't have a drawing there. Okay. So you see when you touch that, now you can see that blank, that's the blank spot. So what you want to do here is take your select tool over here, grab it, your image. This is going to be an in-between. You're just going to copy and paste it. So you select it, you hit copy, you go to that little blank frame, hit that, and then hit paste. Now you've got a copy of that previous frame, which you can now move, and you want to look at your in-between spacing to see, like, line the eyes up, line the nose up, line the mouth up, or in the paintbrush, the hands, everything. And it should be in the middle. Yeah. Looks pretty good. All right, so then this is, now you just go back and you finish off like all the legs here, make sure they're in the right spot. So you got your whole, you want to finish off your entire letter. So we'll go to the last frame because it's got most of the letter in it. And we grab the entire letter, we copy it, We go to that frame, dismissing it, paste. There we go. We'll turn off the onion skin and play it now. I think we've got our scene. Yeah. I could soften the end with one more in between to soften into that last position if I desire. I don't know if that's necessary. I think it's okay. I mean, I think the idea is that I want these scenes to be immediate. I want them to be kind of fast and have a nice flow to them. So, yeah. All right. So, okay, I'm content with that. I think that's working. So we have a scene that is now, it's 32 frames. That feels pretty good. So the next step now will be to clean this up. So, and the way I do this is I clean up and I paint at the same time. So what I'm going to do here now is pull up. Let's see. Got to find it. Where is it? Oh, yeah, here we go. So there's the boom. There's the model of the kids. So what I want to do is minimize that so I can see the colors and everything. So I'll know what colors to ink. And I'll move that over here. Okay. All right. All right. So what we're going to do then is I'm going to go out to a larger frame on this because it's just better for me to do my inking. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another layer here. So we're going to add an empty layer, and you can see up on the top here that the empty layer is above. And so I'll make that 2 frames to match. So all of these are going to be 2 frames. Now, the layer below here, I'm going to move the opacity thing down here. If you can see me moving it, I'm going to take it down to 24%. So that allows me to see my underneath drawing faded down so that I can clean it up on the top layer. So layer 2 I'm going to clean up. Now I'll look over, I'm looking at my model so that I can see the colors. Okay, so the colors on our kid's face, he's got a line. The lines on the hair. Oops, wrong. I'm doing this wrong. Let me remove it. I need to get the right color, the right type of inker or line. So I'm going to hit this and get the solid line. There we go. And then we'll do our inking that way with the solid line. Okay. Let's see. Right. Let's see. I think I'll just make that one continuous line. Yeah. Okay. So he's got a skin line that's got this color. The nose. Probably the eye line matching the skin. I don't know. Let's see. I guess would I? Yeah, probably. Yeah. I'm going to guess that the lines around the eye are going to also be this brown line color. Yeah. All right. That. make sure these lines are connected. We start dropping color in. We don't want the color to be seeping out. Okay. All right, I got that. Okay, black for the eye. I think that's right, yeah. Should be. It's working, but okay. There. Eyelid. I think I should put that on the top. Draws in front, so that's going to be a line on the top. Yeah. Okay, so the eyebrows. All right. Okay, then the shirt is red. So we'll get the red color. So this is where we're going to hopefully, this is where the stripes are either going to be a problem or they're not going to be. I'm going to move him up a little bit here so I can have that work better for where my hand is. Move the line there. Okay. Okay. So, yeah. Hopefully we won't have a lot of trouble with these stripes. We'll just kind of have to go at it a little bit at a time. Hopefully we can get it right. Let's see, on the brush, I think, well, I think what I'll do is I'll go with, put that underneath, I think. There's the brush. I'll make it a brown color. I think that's good. Okay, what did I decide on? Was that going to be red? Hang on a second here. Let's see. Okay, so that's going to be a, I guess that's going to be a red though, isn't it? Okay, right, red? Or maybe I should make it a different color. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. All right, so he's painting red. Let's see, I have two different colors for the title. Yeah, I got red, blue, and yeah, I got a couple of, okay, so I got a dark blue, I got a kind of a lighter blue, and I got red. Well, let's see, I think red was on the last one, wasn't it? Yeah. Maybe I'll go with the blue on this one, let's see. So let's do this blue here, and I'm going to go with the straight line. So let's do that. All right. And let's see. Back to wavy line. And we'll do that. Boom. Okay, so now we'll put our color in. So, color on the skin. Here. The shirt. Let's see. Oops. Dink, dink, dink. Okay. There's intermediate colors on the. It's not. Yeah, it's not white. 100% white. Though maybe it should be. I think it's lighter than that. Yeah, let's. Maybe. Yeah. And so it's a white, but it's not like a white. Okay. Brush, and then the blue letter. Okay, that's our colors on our guy. Yeah, okay. Where are we at? Okay, good. So let's see. Okay, we're going to add another frame here. Okay. This is going to take a little doing, the ink, because it's not as obvious. Yeah, all right. Okay, so we've got that line. Paintbrush, right, okay. So, yeah, inking this is going to be a little bit slower because we've got more ink lines to play with here. We have more colors. You know, if we were just dealing with one color, you know, all around like we were doing with Miguel, it'd be easier, but that's not what's going on here. But, you know, once you get accustomed to the character that you're inking, then, you know, it can feel like it'll go a little faster, but you just have to be patient. You know, if it's going slow, it's going slow. You do what you got to do to get her done. All right. When you're inking a line too, so you got to kind of, yeah, I have to be able to see where the line is going to end up. You know, it's like if I'm inking and as I'm moving my hand, I'm covering an area that I'm trying to see, like, where does this line end? You know, I don't know how straight I can make the line. But I mean, it usually always works out. Let's see, there's the black. Last time I had the black on the top. Gonna have it on the top again. There we go. Yeah. I have to remember to move it back to behind. Okay, the brush is brown. I have it working behind. Okay. And the red for the shirt. Okay. Yeah, boy, making this line, man. Just trying to see where it is. Oh, man, that's a pest. Okay, come on down. There we go. Sometimes it's just not going to be perfect, you know. You just have to kind of get used to that. Well, let's see. We got to move this over. See, where are we? Oh, okay, yeah. I knew there was more picture there. All right, so okay. No, that's not what I want to say. Get there and there. Then the line. Okay. Thank God for these line tool things. It really makes your life easy. Okay. And back to drawing line. And there we go. Okay. So, say fit window. Oh, it does fit window. Okay, let's see. There. Let's see. I'll make it small for you guys. Okay. There. Okay. So let's see. Case paint bucket, skin, hand, hair, shirt, white areas of the shirt, brush, paint. There we go. And here's a good check for the stripes. It's like as I go forward, I'll just kind of see if I can, see I can already see a little inconsistency in here. Well, I think we're just going to keep painting and hope for the best. It's, you're going to have, I can see right off the bat that we're going to have some inconsistencies there a little bit, but as it is animating, it might not be a big deal. We'll see. All right. Well, we'll stop here. Hey, I'll see you guys. Well, let's see. No, actually, today is Friday, isn't it? Yeah. All right. Well, then I will see you next week. If I don't do something this weekend, more than likely I won't. Probably it'll be Monday when I'll pick back up again. So have a great weekend. I will see you next week. Thank God for the day, and thank God for the skills and abilities you have. I'll see you next week. Jesus is Lord.